What's up, gang? Coach Marty P. Hill here at Sweet Science Boxing Club here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hey, I know I've shot a couple videos in the past about boxing gloves, but I'm going to give you guys something that a lot of people don't know about when you're getting quality gloves, because I had to talk to one of my own clients about, hey, man, are those 16-ounce gloves? Because, man, those things look like they're 20-ounce gloves now. And a lot of times people don't realize that when you get a glove, or depend upon the level of the glove that you get, one of the big things that you're paying for is the inside of the glove, what's inside that glove, which is usually the foam padding or the different layers that different companies put inside their gloves. That's a classic old school Winning glove back there when they were making really good products. Thing about Winning gloves is the leather that they use is so super thin, they tear really fast. But you can even look at the difference between that pair of Winning gloves and this pair of Winning gloves here that I've got. You know, look at that big piece of foam in there versus that smaller piece of foam in that glove there. So, you know, I'm a big fan of Rival gloves right now. They've got a good combination of foam and their different inserts that they've got. And I love Rival. These gloves, you know, lasted a pretty good period of time, and that's what I use now. So, but end of the day, the big thing about gloves are, what you got to pay attention to is gloves, when they, over time, and depend upon your use of the glove, like if you're using one glove for bag and sparring or whatever you do in the gym, over time, if it's not, or depend upon the quality of the glove or the leather, that glove will expand. You'll see that happen a lot of times. The glove will get real wet and then expand and actually pick up ounces. You know, it can go from being a 16-ounce glove, and next thing you know, it's an 18 or 20-ounce glove because of the water retention in the leather and actually not getting out of the insert, the sponge or whatever's inside the glove. The padding can get wet if you don't let it dry off in time, and it will expand. So make sure, number one, you're keeping, it's probably best if you're doing a lot of boxing, to have a couple of pair of gloves. You really should have a pair of bag gloves and sparring gloves, so you're not beating the hell out of your bag gloves, or you're not beating the hell out of your sparring gloves on the bag. And so those gloves can dry out and not expand or pick up extra ounces and become bigger, because one thing you don't want to do, obviously, is be sparring somebody else that's got 16-ounce gloves on, and because all the water that your gloves have retained, you've got 18 or 20-ounce gloves. So keep that in mind. So if you can, invest in a couple of pairs of gloves, one for the bag, one for your sparring. Make sure your gloves dry out. Get quality gloves. Gloves can be expensive, so don't need to go out and buy $500 gloves today, but you can just gradually raise up, you know, just like you want your gloves to kind of, you know, think about like your lifestyle. The more better you do, the more you got, and you can go get better gloves. Get better gloves. Get a decent pair of gloves to start and kind of improve with your gloves over time. Coach Hill, Sweet Science Boxing Club, Atlanta, Georgia. Stay tuned.